Some betrayals don't come from strangers. They come from the people you trust the most. Today's story was shared by a woman who thought her marriage was perfect until one small moment changed everything.
I had been married to Daniel for 12 years, and if you asked me back then, I would have said I was happy. We had a quiet life. No big fights, no drama. He worked long hours, and I trusted him completely. At least I thought I did. It started with something small. One night, he fell asleep on the couch. His phone was right next to him, and I don't know why, but something felt off. I wasn't the kind of person who checks their partner's phone, but that night, I picked it up. At first, everything looked normal. Messages from work, a few missed calls. Then, I saw an name I didn't recognize. No profile picture. Just a single initial. My heart started beating faster. I opened the chat. It wasn't just one message. It was months of conversations. Late night texts, inside jokes. Plans to meet. My hands started shaking. I kept scrolling, hoping I misunderstood something. But then I saw it, a message from him. I wish I could leave everything behind, just to be with you. I felt like the ground disappeared under me. 12 years. And I didn't even know how I was living with. I didn't wake him up that night. I just sat there, staring at the screen, reading every message, every lie, every moment I thought was real, but wasn't. The next morning, he smiled at me like nothing happened, and that's when it hurt the most. Not the cheating, but how normal he acted. I never screamed. I never caused a scene. I just asked him one question. How long were you planning to lie to me? He didn't answer. He couldn't. And in that moment, I realized something. Sometimes, the person you trust the most is the one you never really knew at all. After that conversation, the house felt different. Silent. Cold. Like everything we built together had suddenly disappeared. 4 days. He tried to explain himself. He said it just happened. He said he was confused. And my favorite lie of all, it didn't mean anything. But if it meant nothing, then why did it destroy everything? I stopped recognizing myself. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. Every little memory started feeling fake. The vacations, the anniversaries, the promises. I kept wondering which moments were real and which ones were lies. A week later, I found out something even worse. The woman wasn't a stranger. She was someone I had met before, someone who had sat in my hearth, smiled at me, and pretended to be my friend. That was the moment something inside me broke completely, not because I lost him, but because I realized how easily people can fake love. One night, Daniel asked me if we could fix things, and for the first time in years, I looked at him and felt absolutely nothing. No anger. No sadness. Nothing. That single quotes when I knew his marriage was already over. So I packed my things quietly. No screaming. No revenge. No dramatic goodbye. I left the house before he came home from work, and I never went back. Months later, he kept trying to contact me. Calls. Messages. Emails. But by then, I had finally understood something important. Sometimes losing someone isn't the painful part. The painful part is losing yourself while loving them. And once you find yourself again, you never go back to the thing that broke you. And no, I never went back to him. People kept telling me to forgive him. 12 years is a long time. Everyone makes mistakes. Don't throw your marriage away. But they didn't understand something. It wasn't just about cheating. It was about trust. And once trust breaks like that, love starts dying slowly. A year later, I heard he was still with her, and strangely, it didn't hurt anymore, because by then, I had already accepted the truth. The man I loved never really existed. I had loved a version of him it pretended to be. And honestly, walking away was the hardest thing I've ever done, but it also saved me. For the first time in years, I felt free. Not happy. Not healed. But free. And sometimes, that's the beginning of a new life.
Some stories don't have happy endings, but they always leave a lesson. Subscribe for more unheard chapters.